Hi, everyone. I thought for tonight, with our thankful thinking, that I would stick with kind of the topic of work that we talked about yesterday. Yesterday I was talking about how God is the author of our lives and He's in control of it all, but um, work is part of our lives for most of us. I put on my shirt that says, "So many books, so little time." And that can apply to reading. There's so many books we can read. But for me, I feel like it also applies to like so many books I could write, so many books I could edit. So there's so little time, especially as I get older. But I want to read a quote about working and then we'll talk about it a little bit. The quote for today says, "Working hard becomes a habit, a serious kind of fun. You get self-satisfaction from pushing yourself to the limit, knowing that all the effort is going to pay off." And that's a quote from Mary Lou Retton. She was an American gymnast. She's retired now. But in the 1984 Los Angeles Olympics, she won gold in the individual all-around competition. She won 2 silver medals and 2 bronze medals. So she really did work very hard. And I told you about the big editing project that I have been working on. Um, and I put a lot of hours into it this past week. And this morning I skipped swimming and I stayed home and I got the copy edit done by about noon. And then I sent it over to the author to check on a few things that I need her input on before I can make changes or, fix potential problems and stuff like that. So now she's gotten it back to me tonight, and it's time to keep working on it, make those changes. But I noticed that when I got done with the first round of the copy edit today, that I had this burst of energy. Like I kind of felt proud of myself for working hard, for getting it done in a decent amount of time, and I had the energy and the ambition to do a couple of other projects that I had been putting off. And I worked on those in the time that I had this afternoon. Um, and I thought, it really seems like it does cycle that way sometimes. When I work hard, I have more energy and more gumption to get other things done. And if I procrastinate and put something off and just kind of sit and scroll on my phone, then it makes me feel bad about myself and it makes me feel less likely to work on something that, the things I have on my list, the projects I would like to get done. And so I think all of us can think about that. We can be thankful for the work that we have. We can do our best at it. We can work hard at it, realizing that most of the time that hard work is going to bring about this sense of satisfaction and pride in a job well done. And it's going to help us to go on and do other things that God has called us to do. So be thankful for the work that you have, work hard at it, do the best that you can. The verse that I picked, verses, I guess, for tonight is Colossians 3:23 and 24 from the NIV. It says, "Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters, since you know that you will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. It is the Lord Christ you are serving." So I think that's about it for tonight. We can be thankful for hard work. We can thank God for the ability to do that, for the way our minds work, the way our bodies work to get the work done that we have. So I hope that will inspire you to work a little bit harder on the things that you have on your plate. And I'll be back tomorrow with some more thoughts and a quote. And I thank you for watching. Goodbye.